Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Carmoon, where I talk about and review camera tech, gadgets and smart gizmos. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. But today we're going to be talking about some lights that might give Philips Hue a run for their money. Let's jump into it. Philips Hue are the main players in this space, let's be honest. And there are companies out there that have basically been born and also some that have died trying to compete with them. But there is a company affiliated with Xiaomi called Yeelight, and they've been making some moves, offering similar functions at far more affordable prices. For the past 2 months, I've been testing a couple of their products. Now, for full disclosure, they did send me out some of these products, but I have not been paid or been told what to say at all. Yeelight do a whole bunch of products such as ceiling lighting fixtures, desk lights, bulbs and smart strips. Now, not all of them are smart or connected, but most of the lineup have got an app and as well as voice control features. There are 2 products that I'm going to be going straight into, which will be the smart LED bulb as well as their Aurora Light Strip Plus. The LED bulb comes in an E27 fitting and only comes in one style. The Aurora Light Strip Plus is a 2 meter long RGB LED light strip which can be extended up to 10 meters with extension packs. The color LED bulb that I have here is the V2, which has an output of 800 lumens, up from the 600 lumens from the V1, and also has a lower power consumption than the V1, which is down from 1 watt standby time now to only 0.5 watts standby time. The color bulb can reproduce up to 16 million colors, with its temperatures ranging from 1700 Kelvin all the way up to 6500 Kelvin. It also has an output of 10 watts, which is up from the V1, which only had 9 watts at the top end. The life expectancy of the turnable white bulb as well as the color bulb is around 25,000 hours. The Light Strip Plus delivers the same 16 million colors, and if you go for the 2 meter Light Strip Plus, that has a power rating of 7.5 watts, which if you extend up to 10 meters has an output rating of 26.6 watts. There is a new update from Yeelight, which now means it will work with Apple HomeKit. So if you've been watching a few reviews on any of these that say it doesn't work with HomeKit, well, be rest assured, your Apple HomeKit will work with both the bulbs and the light strips, but only the V2 model of the bulbs will work. So if you've got a V1, that is unfortunately not going to work with Apple HomeKit. But I'll be talking about Apple HomeKit integration later on in the video. So let's jump into the unboxing. So right here we've got the Yeelight Light Strip Plus. So let's grab our knife and let's get into this. All right. Whoa, nice. So as you can see, we've got the Yeelight strip just over here. So we got all the LEDs around here. We've got, by the looks of it, the remote with the cable and the little AC adapter. We've also got the plug socket as well. But that is really nice. Really, really nice. And next up, we've got the Yeelight bulb. So this is the color bulb that they do. And this works with all of the other Yee products. So let's just open that up. Oh, I ripped off the top. Oh well. And there is the bulb. Now that we've unboxed all of the products, let's get connected. It's very simple to do, and all that you need is a Wi-Fi connection and a smartphone or tablet. With the light strip, you have a physical button, which when pressed once, it will turn on the light strip to its previous state, and press it again and you'll be able to turn it off. Now, if you hold down that button, you can also cycle through the different lights and its colors. So for example, if you press and hold it, it will go from red, and then it'll go to orange, yellow, green, all of that good stuff. So you just keep on cycling through the different colors if you press and hold that button. With the LED bulb, there is no physical button, which is typical for that kind of product, obviously. Through the app, you'll have access to a whole suite of functions. You can again turn off and on the bulb or light strip, but you can adjust things like the color, the saturation of the color, and the brightness of both the bulb and the light strip. Now with the app, unlike the Philips Hue app, you can set global scenes for the household. So rather than doing it room by room case, this means that if you have these lights and bulbs dotted around your place, you are able to set a different scene, such as when you get home, you can have a scene that turns on the bedroom light, the living room light, the kitchen light on, or if you're having a movie night, for example, you can turn off certain rooms and set the colors just the way you like it for that movie watching experience. What I like about the app is when setting the moods, and it's only small, but when you can choose an icon that suits the scene that you've set, it just makes it that little bit nicer. This makes it a little bit easier also to distinguish the different scenes very, very easily. Going further into the app, you can select recommended scenes, which I really like. So you can just jump straight into it. So you can also go into the color tab and select any color you like by dragging the circle across the colors, and you can choose how intense the color is. And at the bottom, you can use the slider to adjust the brightness as well. Going into the flow tab, you can choose what colors it flows through using 4 different stages. So you select the flow speed and then adjust the brightness. So for example, I like to have greens and blues and purples with my lights. So I can tap on the first circle, adjust the first color to green, for example, then set the second tab, the third tab, and the fourth tab to the colors that I want to cycle. Then I can just pick the speed and the brightness, and I'm done. Very, very easy. This is something that is much more difficult to do with the Philips Hue app. But that's not all you can do with these lights. So there's an icon that looks like a triangle down below, and with that you can pick a few quick color options, but there are also some advanced color features as well. So first of all, you've got a color picker which uses the camera. So if you're trying to get that exact color to match, let's say with something nearby, it's very easy to do. There is also a timer feature that almost acts like a night light. So the light turns off after the desired period. You can also set schedules, which is very easy to do with the app. So in the app, if you want to just set a schedule, just tap add schedule, then change the name to whatever you like. You can then have it to repeat on any number of days you like. Set the start time and the end time, and then just turn it on with either a state that you like, or you can set it with a scene that you prefer as well, all within the app. You can also have a music mode, which works really nicely, either working from the media on your phone or by using the microphone on your phone. All it does is it detects the sound that is being played, and the lights react to the sounds. Now, it's not perfect, obviously, but it's a nice little touch. Speaking of nice little touch, you can also turn off the LED indicator. So there is a little blue LED on the Aurora light strip, and this can sometimes be distracting at night. Well, within the app, you can turn that off. So let's start off with the good about the products. So both lights feel like they are very high quality. And in my opinion, I don't think that they will have any issues with its claimed 22 years or so. The standby time of the V2 bulb has been improved, as I mentioned earlier, making this very close to the 0.4 watt standby time of the Philips Hue bulb, but again, costing around half as much as the Philips Hue. Speaking of cost, according to CBS News, the average American household has 45 bulbs. Now, for example, if we minus 7 from that, just for bulbs that you can't replace with this E27 fitting, so for example, like bedside lights and stuff like that, if you wanted to replace these 38 bulbs with the Philips Hue Colour, it would cost you well over £1,200. if you bought the 18 twin pack as well as a starter pack twin pack. So this will be the most cost effective way of obviously doing your whole house with the Philips Hue ecosystem. But if you go for the Yeelight setup, this will cost you a hair over £900, saving you over 25% of the cost. This is based on the current pricing and offers that are available on these products. So obviously the pricing will vary time from sort of offers and seasonal savings, but even so, this is a substantial saving. There will be links in the description down below if you are interested in picking yourselves up one of these. The colours of both products are very vibrant and very bright, and with the app they are very easy to set. Now I'll be doing a video talking about the differences between the Hue app and the Yeelight app, so if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Now the best thing with these is that not only do they work with the Amazon Echo products as well as the Google Home products, as I've said earlier, they now work with the Apple HomeKit. So no matter what platform you're on in the future, you know that if you invest your money into the Yeelight products, you're not going to have any problems. This was a major complaint for Apple users before trying to pick up one of these Yeelights. Well, now there isn't really a reason for you to not go for it, because Yeelight have delivered on your requests. Now it's not all good, unfortunately. There are a few things that come from a relatively small company, and that's that their product line isn't as mature or as wide as their main competition. This isn't so much an issue, but more of a disappointment that if someone wanted to heavily invest in the Yeelight system, that there are going to be some gaps that haven't been filled by them yet. For example, here in the UK, our main lights are B22 fittings, but Yeelight have yet to have this fitting for their bulbs. So this means that I'm going to have to buy an adapter if I want to use these lights for my main lights. They also don't do spotlights with the GU10 fitting. So for those of us who have got spotlights in a room or in several rooms like the kitchen or bedroom or anything like that, there isn't a solution just yet from Yeelight, and therefore going for the Philips Hue, which offer 3 different versions of its GU10 bulb, seems like a more attractive proposition. Speaking of other fittings, they also don't offer an E27 bulb. So for those who want to have these bulbs sat on their bedside lights, so in their bedside lamps for example, unfortunately you're going to have to use possibly a smart switch or something like that if you want to go around it and not buy the Philips Hue system. They also don't do accessories like motion sensors or remotes unless you go for their more expensive complete lights like their ceiling lights, which again you have to get specially fitted because it is a little bit difficult to replace that whole light. But with that one, you do get a remote that you can turn off and on and adjust the brightness. Now, this doesn't really matter if you're thinking about fitting these bulbs into lamps, into a few handful of lamps. But again, if you're looking at a complete system, Yeelight, there will be some hurdles that you're going to have to overcome. So we've gone through a lot about these Yeelights and about these 2 products. But what are my recommendations? Well, I have 2 recommendations. If you have a lot of E27 sockets, then these are great. Or if you live in the UK and you do not mind using adapters, like to convert the B22 fitting into the Yeelight fitting, then go for these. These are amazing lights and in my opinion offer far better value at no loss in quality. There's also no hub, so if you want to get started, you only have to buy a bulb. You don't have to worry about having to go for a lesser product like the Philips Hue with Bluetooth. And if you're an Apple user, this is probably the cheapest bulb out there that you can get started with. Because with Philips Hue, if you want to use your Philips Hue bulb with Apple HomeKit, you unfortunately have to go for the Philips Hue hub, which is another 40-50 quid. I mean, for me, if I just want one bulb to work, I'm gonna have to spend what, 30-40 pounds on a bulb, plus another 40 pounds for the hub, just to make it work with Apple HomeKit. That's a 90 quid investment for one bulb. So start off with the Yeelight, and you hopefully in the future they'll start to come out with more products. But if you're looking for a more complex system and are willing to pay the premium to have the accessories like the motion sensors and the remotes for those advanced controls, then I possibly would recommend looking at the Philips Hue system. However, there are other Xiaomi products that do work in collaboration with these lights, but these are a little bit harder to kind of integrate into the whole ecosystem. But there we have it. The smart lights that offer nearly just as much functionality as its competition at a much more affordable price, while adding some cool app control features that I haven't seen before. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of these Yeelights and what things you like and dislike about them. And if you're going to grab one, let me know as well. Or if you've already got them, please let me know what your thoughts are on these. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in seeing any of the gear that I've used, as well as the products that I've spoken about today, there will be a link down in the description below. But for now, look after yourselves and I'll see you in the next one. Take care everyone. Bye.